Good evening, everyone, and welcome! This is a stream that I'm very excited to do. It's not one of the usual live streams that is way more exciting, but this is a mini live stream I wanted to do to test out my brand new Loopy capture card for the new Nintendo 3DS XL. Yes, after all these years, I finally got a capture card, and I gotta say, I'm super excited. And I plan on making a lot more 3DS and DS videos. Now, with the 3DS, why I wanted to get the capture card specifically is to make Tomodachi Life videos. When I was at PAX East, I was hanging out with Uncle Nick, of course, and we did a Tomodachi Life video together. So I thought, how cool would it be to live stream Tomodachi Life? So, with that being said, expect the big stuff like Tomodachi Life to come soon, but this, you can think of it as more of a test. So we're going to be playing some Mario Kart DS, which is way better than Mario Kart 7. Any other game recommendations? I'd probably have the 3DS game unless it's Yokai Watch 3 or anything else insane like that. I have Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn. So yeah, we're starting off with Mario Kart DS, specifically the Japanese copy that I have. Fun fact, did you know that the 3DS is region-free for DS games? I mean, my 3DS is modded, so it's going to be region-free regardless, but let me know what you guys think about the layout. Because for this one, I've been working very hard on making the layouts and stuff for the videos, live streams, Eminem's kart racing. I think we need Riders DX for that one. Yeah, usually we plan streams in advance, but this one's kind of like a spur-of-the-moment thing. It's kind of late, so I'm not sure how long this is going to be. But what do you guys think of the footage so far? This is all original DS hardware. Yeah, 3D Land sounds like a pretty good time. It's my least favorite 3D Mario game, but at the same time it's still a 3D Mario game. Alright, we gotta play as Rob. Or as he's called in this game, HVC012. Ah, what a name. Who's your main in Smash? Oh, it's HVC012. Here, I'll show you the Rob legs. It even matches the Famicom colors. And let's see. We'll go with the Flower Cup. Yeah, I think that Rob definitely needs to be in Mario Kart 9. Very weird choice for a character in Mario Kart DS, but at the same time, it's what makes it so cool. Now, I'm not sure if Rob's one of the best characters to play as, considering that most play as Dry Bones using the Banisher. I'm trying to remember what the other one's called. There are two Dry Bones cards. Oh, you got the Genesis Mini? Oh, we got a birthday boy in the chat. Everybody wish Soshi a happy birthday. He just celebrated today, so that is very exciting. And yeah, happy birthday, Soshi. What's my favorite track in the game? Waluigi Pinball. Rampin', good to see ya. We are testing out the capture card I got from my 3DS, so everything you're seeing here, not played on an emulator. Ah, Harmon Smith would be so proud of me. That's the entire goal of this stream, just to make Harmon Smith proud. Oh! The Gaming Otter gave me a $20 donation! Thank you so much, Uncle Nick! So proud my nephew has his capture card. Here's towards your next one, nephew to meet. We should collab again soon. Can't wait for Tomodachi Life. Hey, no, don't like, comment, and subscribe to Demeech. Subscribe to the Gaming Otter, guys. Please do. Uncle Nick this wouldn't be possible without him. Now, before I even started the stream, I was talking about how we were making the video at PAX East for Tomodachi Life, and how you inspired me to get the capture card. I'm actually going to reset this race now, but like I said, Tomodachi Life, that is going to be pretty much the start of the 3DS live streaming series. This is more of a test. It's Billy Mays. Do you like the Fred or Barney more? I would say Barney. Why did Sega and Sony do the same thing by making classic editions? Well, it's a good idea. Actually, Uncle Nick, I'm going to message you about Tomodachi Life right now. I just need to get my phone. It's currently on the charger. Alright. Barney's voice is better. Do you like the 3DS version of CTTT? What's that? How well is this game aged? It's actually aged really well. I guess because I've been playing the Japanese version, I forgot the names. The Dry Bomber and the Banisher. Yeah, that's what it is. I like this one more because it's literally just dry bones, although I like the Dry Bomber too because it's a literal tank. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is a good suggestion. But Rampant, I was going to say that Mario Kart DS has aged incredibly well. I'm not sure if that's going to ruin my 3 stars. Yeah, well, since we're at the beginning, might as well restart. I mean, the models in this game do look off, but that's part of the DS charm. Actually, it's not part of the charm, it's because of the technical limitations. Considering we got Dark Moon coming up, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, might as well use the Poltergeist 4000. Or actually, I got a better idea. In Mario Kart DS, when you get all the trophies, you can use whatever kart combination you want. So let's put HVC012 in the Poltergeist 4000. Jack Attack. I am so ready for the unhinged comments. So yeah, we're gonna play a little bit of Mario Kart DS, and yeah, I got a little bit distracted. Mario Kart DS, 8 out of 10. You know, I'd say that's fair. I do think that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the better game, but DS has aged pretty well because, for one, it has a mission mode, which isn't in any other Mario Kart game. Tour kinda has it, but it's not the same thing. But in Mario Kart DS, the controls are rock solid. It doesn't have, like, the slippery controls of Double Dash. The tracks are some of the best in the series. Like, if we're talking original tracks, Airship Fortress, Waluigi Pinball, Luigi's Mansion. I also don't know why Mario Kart 8 Deluxe decided to go for Mario Circuit instead of, you know, something like Airship Fortress or Luigi's Mansion. I'd take either one. There is snaking. Uncle Nick's brother Rob said he was disappointed in me for snaking when I sent over the footage. So we're not going to be snaking here. If you run into the Pokies, you actually lose your items. But it seems like the Poltergeist 4000 is a pretty good kart for HVC12 to use. I will say though, if Mario Kart 7 had a mission mode, and a versus mode, and a better roster, it would be better than Mario Kart DS. The classic compressed garbled voices. I mean, Rob's voice. It seems like that's what Rob would sound like. Unless we're talking about Pat the NES Punk Rob. I will say one thing I don't like about Mario Kart DS, and you didn't see it. Does this game have the item balance issue? It actually doesn't. However, the green shells and bananas don't always block red shells. So that's a little bit of a problem. I'm using the new Nintendo 3DS XL. That's the only variation that Loopy currently mods. Anton, my favorite Canadian, good to see ya. We're testing out the Loopy capture card for the Nintendo 3DS. New Nintendo 3DS XL. I think that if you're able to get one in Canada, you should definitely consider it. Now, I know there's another source where you can get capture cards. I think the name, or I'm trying to remember what the name was. But you can get any model capture modded. If you're like Uncle Nick and love the new 2DS XL, then that's what you're gonna do. But personally, Okay, to be fair, my favorite 3DS is the original new Nintendo 3DS, but I do like the XL as well. And I had an XL already, it's the Galaxy Edition. You don't get hit with as many blue shells in this game, but sometimes it's hard to gauge where the items are because, like I said, this is getting, like, DS hardware. In order to make the game run smoothly, they had to be sprites, so it's like Mario Kart 64 in that way. Although the characters are 3D models. This is another classic track. It's also in Mario Kart Wii. Haha, that's what I like to see. Now, one of the things about Mario Kart DS is some of the karts have more items that you can use. So, I think it's only in this game. I do have the Galaxy 3DS. It's a pretty nice design. I would have preferred just like a full-on purple new Nintendo 3DS XL, but hey, it's still a really nice looking system. If you've seen that midnight purple 3DS, it is a beauty. I'm Loopy, I'm Loopy. If you didn't have Mario Kart DS growing up, what exactly were you playing on the DS? Mario Kart DS has the best balloon battle in the entire series. Purple is my favorite drink! No, Jack Attack. When she was saying more platforms, that was referring to like Twitch, TikTok. I'm content with YouTube though. Not a fan of TikTok. Certainly not a fan of Twitch either. I think there's a benefit to not having every fan favorite track, that just means they'll save them for Mario Kart 9. I'm still not sure what they will do with Mario Kart 9. Could they make Mario Kart Ultimate? Yeah, but at this point I think we need something new. 2005 was a really good year for the DS. Although, it's hard to choose the best one because each year had some great games. We did technically get Super Princess Peach that year, but it was only in Japan. Now, Mario Party DS would be better for multiplayer. And here we are, the track of all time, Waluigi Pinball. Pikmin 4 came out before Mario Kart 9. It sure did. Though to be fair, with the booster course pass, it did kind of make up for it. At the beginning, no it didn't, but eventually it did. I guess which ones have the happier lives now? Mario Kart 9 does need the double carts. I usually just throw the bomb just to maintain my like first place or third place. We got Daisy and Toad. I love DS download it was convenient. Did anyone in the chat ever experience the days of link cables? Because I missed out on that. One thing I like about the fake item boxes is that they actually look like item boxes. It's not clear as day that they're not the real thing like in Mario Kart Double Dash and Wii. It's really hard to think of bad DS games, but bad 3DS games much easier. Uncle Nick remembers. I'm assuming you used them during the Pokemon craze? I don't think we're gonna get 3 stars here. See, with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, getting 3 stars, you just need to get first place a bunch of times. Or pretty much all 4 times, but here there's so much more you gotta do. Same for Mario Kart Wii. You gotta maintain completely undistracted. I probably should have snaked, but Rob didn't want me to. Wario Master Disguise? Yeah, that game I've heard is pretty bad. I didn't like what I played. I do like Yoshi's Island DS, though. I think that's pretty solid. Definitely better than New Island. Ooh, not this course. This is not one of my favorite tracks. I think it was funny that it was one of the first tracks of the... Why did the Booster Course Pass, the first wave, have some of the worst tracks in the whole series? Sure, you had Coconut Mall, but at the same time, you got stuff like Toad's Circuit, and you also got this. See, I know nostalgia is powerful, but at the same time, some things were never good, and this track isn't ever good. Look at this, it's just pretty much any highway you drive on. It's like a trip to Odie. Orlando. SpongeBob in Orlando. Ooh, Toad Circuit. I can see how people like it, but at the same time, it's just like... It's such a nothing track, and also, I'm not a fan of the blooper. They gotta get rid of that item. I wouldn't miss it. Fake item box was never good either. Wouldn't it be funny if I just said that and got hit by a fake item box? I guess because I played this in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe so much. It does have great music, I'll give it that. I haven't played Pokemon Dash, but I can because I have an R4 card. With an R4 card, you can do pretty much any DS game. Although I am wondering, can you play DSiWare with an R4 card? You can play DSiWare on the 3DS, and you can actually capture it. This is a really good question, Anton Retro. So, there's pretty much no difference with a capture card 3DS and a regular one. However, the system isn't heavier, it feels pretty much the same weight, but you can also charge with USB-C, which is great because if I wanted to, let's say I'm about to do a retrospective of Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. Theoretically, I could just have it plugged in and play it all day, without having to worry about the battery dying. Now with the old 3DS, those used to have like a little brick on the back of it, because the capture card, it just couldn't fit in the regular 3DS. I know that Joshi used to have one. So, with the capture card specifically, for the new Nintendo 3DS XL, there's really not much of a difference other than, yeah, you can charge with USB-C now. Yeah, I didn't want Mario Kart 9 after the first wave. That's changed though, Nintendo did a complete 180. Why'd they take Rob out of the game? I think they just saw Rob as something that was too weird. There are some characters that have just remained in Mario Kart Purgatory. Those being Koopa Paratroopa from Double Dash, Rob the Robot, and HVC012. I'm not going to call him HVC012 during the entire stream, that's stupid. Honey Queen? Fortunately, Wiggler came back, I wasn't surprised. Or actually, I was very surprised. I wasn't surprised about seeing Petey Piranha though, that was kind of expected. I still got first place. R4 cards can't play DSiWare games. The only ways to play those games nowadays are on the 3DS. It's very interesting what happened with Rob the Robot. Man, I'm wishing they added Junior to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I know Soshi would have loved that. We got 1 star, which is better than I expected. Alright, I'll be right back. Just gonna get a Sprite from the fridge. I just found Celsius. Don't want Dr. Pepper. There we go. Oh, that's Purple Thunder. There we go, Sprite Zero. I think we'll do some 3D Land next. Or actually, I'll let the chat decide. Oh, Peachette's worse. Thank you, Cullen, for the donation. Good afternoon. I'm assuming you're on the West Coast? Although it'd probably be like around 7. Does that count as afternoon? 3D Land is okay. The whole lore with Donkey Kong Jr. is so confusing to me. Yep, seems like everyone wants 3D Land. Ah, I like that suggestion. Mario Golf World Tour. You guys are gonna see my dope 3DS theme. And what's cool is with the capture card, I can use my cartridges. So all my saves I had from when I was a kid still here. Nope! Nope, Rampant, we're not doing Sticker Star. Nope, 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 nope. No Sticker Star, ever. Except at 100K. Alright, now it's time for Super Mario 3D Land. Everything wants to give you a coin. That's New Super Mario Bros. 2. There's even more Billy Dog variations, such as a Glorb Squidward Billy Dog marinated lean with bullets. What, Reese already has to play Sticker Star? You can actually get the theme on the 3DS Theme Plaza.
Super Mario 3D Land.
So you guys are going to see how 3DS games look now. I gotta admit, I prefer the DS library, but 3DS also had some great games. Mostly non-Mario games, but this is one of the good ones. Not amazing or anything, but at the same time, still a good time. Oh my gosh, one of the Miis I have is Sporticus. I think that's the one we're gonna go with, because I already got all the stars on the other ones. So I might as well do a speedrun of the first level, just in case you want to be reminded of 3D Land, if you haven't played it in a while. It's basically just like 3D World gameplay-wise, but not as good. And a lot more generic. Although it does have those dragon enemies, so I'll give it that. I gotta say, I love how vivid the colors are. Ah, it's nice to hear Charles Martinet, although I think Kevin's doing a really good job. He did have that one offline, "Oh yeah, Mario time!" But probably was just having an off day. That's happened to all voice actors. When he does, "Alright! Wonderful! Wahoo!" It sounds really good. But you can't beat Martinet. Damn, that was quick. I will say it's a great handheld Mario game. What Wii and 3DS games do you want to get a remake? Donkey Kong Country Returns, Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix. I'm trying to think of others I'd like to see. I think a sequel to 3D World would be cool. Though if I were to give a 3D Mario game any sequel, it'd be Sunshine or Odyssey. Was there any bad level in Odyssey? I don't think so. I liked all the kingdoms. I know that Andre didn't like the Luncheon Kingdom for some reason. It's so weird how this game has the Comet medals, there's the green stars in 3D World, and then there are the star coins in New Super Mario Bros. This is one of those games that really benefits from having the 3D, but unfortunately you can't see that on screen. You have to use a 3DS to get that. Yeah, I will say the non-existent kingdoms, especially the Ruined Kingdom, are disappointing. Galaxy 3 would be great. If you guys want pretty much the best, or next best thing to Galaxy 3, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. That is essentially a combination of Mario RPGs and 3D Mario. You know, going back to 3D Land, it's a pretty solid game, but it's just not very creative. You can actually just skip through this section, but I'll roast the Goombas. There we go. Get some coins. There's actually a one-up trick you can do. Let's see if I still remember how to do it. Sometimes you gotta get a little closer. Still works! You probably gotta let the timer go, but you get all the lives eventually. It's too wide here. A remake of Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix should include a new Rhythm Heaven or Rhythm games and returning ones that didn't make the original Mega Mix. I think this is easier to pull off for the one-up trick. Yeah, I'm well aware that Yoshi's Woolly World has a 3DS version. I even have the Poochie amiibo. Yeah, New Super Mario Bros. Wii isn't very creative. It did add a lot of cool new things, but at the same time, it's got nothing on Wonder. Well, we gotta actually play Luigi's Mansion 2 HD before loving it. Thanks for the Miyu Mini! Anytime! I'm not sure if I'm selling any more of them, but yeah, by all means, I love the Miyu Mini. It's a great handheld. They actually released a new one, the A30. But which games are you playing? Because I have a recommendation. You should check out Wrecking Crew 98. English translations out there. About 3D Land, there's not much creative about it. Actually, you know what? While I'm doing the one-ups, I'll just lower the audio, because it's like, hoo. I mean, I'm so used to it that it's not annoying to me, but I'm sure it can be annoying to some of you guys. It's not cheating when it's in the game. It's a little Easter egg. Now with 3D Land, there's just not too much creative about it. Locations are bland. All the power-ups, for the most part, are just returning, like the Tanuki suit. There's not a lot of variety. Gotta get back to work, keep collecting those lives. Thank you, Nick, for the donation once again. Very kind of you to donate. And yes, for the first episode of Tomodachi Life, I'd love to have you. So yeah, we're getting all those lives. You can see the live counter go up. I have heard of the NVIDIA Shield games. Jack Attack, never. You can leave unhinged comments, but keep it to a minimum. Like, the Billy Dogs thing, that's fine, but that's too far. 3D Land over 64DS because of the controls. Well, how could you have the graphics be a fair comparison? One came out in 2004, the other came out in 2011. You guys know what else came out in 2011? The Problem Solvers. 3D Land and Sunshine are the worst 3D Mario games, both for different reasons. One's less creative, the other needs more polish. I love the controls of Sunshine, but I will say it does have a level of jank to it. NES Remix it's Ultimate NES Remix. I think that's what it's called. 3DS user out here slandering the DS right here. I'm not surprised, but at the same time, I don't think it's fair to compare the graphics of 3D Land to 64DS. Now, if we're talking about art style, I will say 3D Land looks a lot better. The colors are more vibrant. It's a lot nicer to look at. 64DS is a bit more muted, but I think they were going for, like, realistic. Rampant, you don't want to mess with Nick2751 when it comes to Sunshine. Here's the thing with New Super Mario Bros. Wii, or just pretty much the whole series. I think it's going to be hard to go back to after playing Mario Wonder. Still crazy, this came out a year after Galaxy 2. I'm sure they have separate divisions where one works on a handheld game, the other worked on the console games. It doesn't seem like it reuses many assets from Galaxy 2. But New Super Mario Bros. 2 from New Super Mario Bros. Wii, definitely. This could go on for quite some time, so I think at this rate, unless you really want to see Hatless Mario, it's probably just, we're going to be fine with 596 lives throughout the game. It's really hard to get a game over in the 3DS games, but did you just see what I did there? By blowing into the 3DS, you're actually... Oh, that was a really stupid move. You're actually able to get rid of the ink. Probably should have known that sooner, but hey, didn't get a game over. Now that is one gimmick I don't miss. That is kind of dumb, just using the microphone to blow into the system. Yeah, you can get rid of the ink. Actually, you know what? We're at 595, so might as well get Hatless Mario. That way I can answer your questions. Dream Team on Switch would be cool. Any of the Mario and Luigi games would be. Honestly, for me, I don't think I'll be going back to the new Soup games. Will be hard after Wonder. I was never that tired of new Soup. I can see how some would go back to it, but at the same time, it's just like, I can't personally. Unless it's the newer Super Mario Bros. Games, that's different. I did hear about the Garry's Mod stuff. I'm not sure what'll come out of it. Oh, it was a troll? I think they could do a Sunshine remake. We're only a year away from the 40th anniversary of Mario. We might get 3D All-Stars back. Though this time with Galaxy 2. Hello, Holden. How are you? I don't think just the way that Wonder works, as long as they keep it to like 2 or 3, or no, 2 sequels, 3 games in total, it'll be fine. I feel like there's just been so little news about Nintendo that it's just like at this point, pulling off something like the Garry's Mod thing makes headlines. Just like magnets in the Switch too! If they release a new console that isn't backwards compatible with the Switch, I'm going to be so disappointed. I'm not buying all these games again. Well, according to patents, it's going to be backwards compatible. And have magnets! I just need my Metroid Prime 4. Let's ask Jeffy when it's gonna happen, because he was right! He was right about everything. I was right. Yeah, I'd love to see the mock-up. We almost got all the lives. We're maxing out the live counter. You can get 1,110. Switch to Switcheroo. More like Switch to Electric Boogaloo. What is Pokemon Conquest? Is that like a mobile game? I don't know how Retro Studios stays in business. They went 9 years without releasing a new game, and it was just a remaster. That's a really good point. I think... Oh, let's see. We almost maxed it out, so we're going to need to do this one more time. Every time I play 3D Land, I always do this. You can also get, like, max lives in New Super Mario Bros. 2. I'm sure there are some tricks for that, but the main trick is just playing the game. See, it's not cheating. They have a special jingle for it. Oh, it's a DS game? You guys, I don't think 3DS user likes the DS very much. Anyone think the industry, or at least the AAA industry, is going to crash? Really just depends. We did it! You are going to see Hatless Mario. I would get the Fire Flower, but... No, instead, we'll just keep him either super or just regular. Oh, there we go. That's Hatless Mario. If you're wondering that's a joke, you'll see what happens when you get the max lives. Nintendo used to do this little thing back in the 3DS Wii era. Whenever Mario and Luigi would get max lives. T&D did not like that Easter egg for some reason, but I always did. Actually, you can warp, but I think you need the Tanuki suit for that. Could be wrong, though. Yup. Just takes skill. And then you get that orange pipe. And you're going to see what happens. Once you max out the live counter, Small Mario keeps his hat. But then you'll see what happens when you get Super Mario. I have seen the new Jardians commercial and I'm not a fan. At all. Nowhere near as talented or as stunning as Diana Bomchica. Alright. Have you seen the mention of... Yup, Jay Plays? I have. I have not watched any of Velma. Shock value is gone there. You can actually blow out the dandelions, but check this out. You get to play as Hatless Mario. But not for long once you get the Tanuki suits, so I guess I'll avoid it for now. But fun fact, did you know that this level was the first 3D Land level to be showcased? If you guys remember what 3D Land's original name was, you not only get a veteran's discount, but you also get the Dimitri seal of approval. That's so cool you got an autograph from Martinet. I'm trying to see where Toad threw the Comet Medal. I think it's there. Yup, they literally just called it Super Mario. That's what it was called. And then they settled on Super Mario 3D Land. And we got the Tanuki suit. Oh, that 1-up's really useful there. There's one more Comet Medal we need to get. This is the closest thing you'll get in 3D Land to, like, finding all the stars or power moons. Now this is an optical illusion that takes advantage of the 3D, so if you have a 2DS or you're watching this, it's not as intuitive. See, we got more in the chat, so what are you guys thinking of this 3DS layout? Rampant seeing it. Precedence Play is the best. I think I'll take a break from 3D Land. I'm going to be wrapping up this stream somewhat soon. But in the meantime, what should I play next? No Ziplash! Oh, you know what? We'll do Mario Kart 7. WarioWare's actually a better idea. I have most of the popular 3DS games. The only one I was missing was Tomodachi Life, but I'm going to save that for a full-on series. I think we'll do WarioWare Gold. That's a good idea. And also, let me know what you guys think about what color I should use for the overlay. Because I got two versions that I made. There's the blue one you see here, but then I also got a red one. So which one do you like more? I gotta say, maybe the red one for live streams. It's a Wario time. You know what WarioWare game sold well in the 80s? Seems like everyone likes blue more. It's blue dabba dee dabba die. Time to make a remix for the 40 millionth time. Why has that song been remixed so much? We're switching back to blue. Let's see if I have WarioWare Gold just installed already. I think I probably would. Sure do. I think for anything but the touchscreen stuff, it'd work fine. I don't know if I have my save on here, so we'd have to see. But actually, you know what? For this game, we'd have to switch the layout entirely. Let me fix this. Mordecai, I can fix it. Say to Meech, upgraded to Pretendo? I sure did. Just adjust this, and then change the overlay, and make that bottom screen larger. There we go. So what do you guys think of this layout, where the bottom screen's a little bit larger? Chat's smaller, but the bottom screen is larger and easier to see. You can actually thank Nilly for that suggestion. I love WarioWare Get It Together. I think I might like it a little more than Move It, which is surprising. This is definitely one of the games that has a larger focus on the bottom screen. The top screen's useless? I mean, in this game, kind of is unless we're looking at the cutscenes. I'm gonna make a new layout for bottom screen games. So I think in the meantime, yeah, this is why I tested it out before doing anything like a full-on 3DS stream. Okay, I did back up my save, so we're good. We're gonna start with 5 volt. If only Move It can be played on the couch. Yeah. I wonder if Cody's ever played it on his couch.
See it, like it, buy it, own it, love it, and it is a hot new frying pan.
There's some really good cutscenes in this game.
Coated with sprinkle sprinkles. Heats like a dream, eases back pain, makes your kids super smart, and you a millionaire.
Wow, what, really?
Like it?
Yes?
Don't buy it just yet. Now it's time to...
What was your comment? Oh, when life gives you lemons, you make Switch Sports.
What?
That's right, my friends. These pans are heavy.
I love the full-on voice acting that they use for Gold.
Who in the world thought this up?
So before you buy, give this workout a try.
Maybe I will.
You too can bench press these pans.
That's it.
Okay, good news, the A button's working properly, so that's good.
Doing great.
I'm sure Kevin could do a better job as Wario. That was his first time.
Well,
He just so happened to do great for Mario and Luigi.
do it.
Now, what is he gonna sound like as Waluigi is the real question.
Doing great.
Ah, pinball. Classic.
Keep it up.
One of Pat the NES Punk's favorite games, probably. Oh,
That's too bad.
I wouldn't be surprised if 9 Volt just pestered Wario to introduce him to Mario.
Perfect. Wow.
I think that one's just based on luck.
Hurry up.
You can still mod 3DSs with that update.
Well done. Yes.
He whacks funny. That'd be funny.
Gold star.
One thing I love is that it's an actual arcade one instead of the fake one now. It's on the NES. And they say they can't run Super Nintendo games on the 3DS. You can play this on an old one.
Wow. Good luck.
Rob, good to see ya! This is one of my favorite boss stages. At first... Oh, it's actually not this one. It's a touchscreen one.
Look at that. Here's your reward.
I feel like I'm playing a Galaga special stage for some reason.
Great job. This won't be easy. Doing great.
More Donkey Kong Country! Didn't do well there.
Did your hand slip?
I think we're gonna go for the touchscreen games next. Yeah, I'm gonna do 5 volt or 9 volts games. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to be doing a few of the actual mini games that I wish was in WarioWare Move It. Now, Rampin', when I was telling you that with this game, it takes like full advantage of the 3DS outside the 3D, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if I were to ever do a retrospective of this game, or even a live stream using Citra, it's just not as intuitive. I'm assuming what I would have to do is for the touchscreen games, I'd use the mouse, and then for the button games, I just have to keep on switching. It's way better to play it like this. If we're talking about the capture mod, Loopy only does them for the new Nintendo 3DS XL. So you can't use it for the 2DS XL, or you can't use it for any other 3DS models. Just the new Nintendo 3DS XL.
Adventure awaits.
I do have my stylus with me.
Again, come on.
You look less than pleased.
Yeah, 'cause math's the worst. Wait,
Hey, that's how I felt too in school.
Me?
Be great to get an open world Waluigi game.
we've been over this a million times. Pets aren't allowed in school.
Excuse me, I'm no pet.
Hey.
Oh, that's funny.
down.
I'm worried, 9 volt. You really hate math?
Yeah, kinda.
Let's see here.
I think there was a Wario Land microgame in it.
6.
Oh.
How about this? A hero has 100 hit points and takes 56 damage from an enemy. What's his remaining HP?
44, right?
Exactly. Good work. Now let's try the next one. A wizard casts 12 spells, and each deals 42 damage.
You know, one trick I used to use, Chris, is solving problems by using a word problem.
You are good at math.
Good advice.
Math? That was just video game stuff.
Closest thing we got to that is Super Mario or Wario World.
Game, an RPG.
It's like math is
I think NetPass is a new Street Pass thing that's, like, online.
numbers are our enemies, mortal enemies. They
Nothing's gonna beat the original Street Pass, though. I got a ton of them at PAX East.
Unbelievable!
I'd love to see Wario Land come back, too.
You did it!
I haven't heard about anything Treasure's worked on in a long time. See, this game came out so late that they included the Switch. Wow, Frank and 9volt are real problem solvers. What do you guys think of the problem solvers? If you watch that show, what do you think of it? I've been rewatching it recently. Not amazing, but I do like how unique it is.
What?
Hello, Amora!
Bam!
Nick knows me well. Of course you have.
Way to game! You
Oh, there we go. Shirtless overalls Mario.
bam! Faster!
It's overhated? I agree. You think the art style's unappealing? Ah, where's Soshi for this?
Awesome!
I think problem solvers would actually be really good now. They should have just kept it an Adult Swim show. It doesn't work as a Cartoon Network show. If you ever saw the second season, though, it tried to be more like the pilot. I like Mad, too! You gotta give props to Mad. They had one voice actor for the entire show.
You rule!
Do you remember the Wally-nator?
Get it for me.
Oh, Nick, if you're watching. Uncle Nick. That one was for you.
Boss time!
Now this is my favorite boss. At first, it looks like you're just getting fish for cats, but what you're using is one of Nintendo's first things they've made, the Ultra Hand. You gotta have the crab shoe.
No big deal. Bonus time!
I thought Destroy, Build, Destroy was actually pretty creative. Destroy! Build! Destroy! With Andrew WK.
What? Buckle up!
Problem Solvers wasn't controversial, people just hated it.
You rule! So cool! What? Dude! Increase speed! You did it!
I need to see that Dolphin Tail parody.
What?
It was a seizure fest? What do you consider Cartoon Network's mascot? Probably Finn and Jake. If I had to choose one or two, it would be those. Or Ed, Ed, and Eddie. They don't really have one.
Wowee! Yeah! Increase speed!
Regular Show's my favorite show on Cartoon Network. Powerpuff Girls, yeah, the thing with Cartoon Network is they have so many iconic shows
Amiibo!
that it's hard just choosing one of them,
So cool!
like for a mascot. Now with Disney, it's clear they have a mascot. And Nickelodeon.
Awesome!
Oh, wow, that... I was trying to do a zero. I love how Nintendo just makes fun of their inconsistent stylus placement.
You can do this!
Alright, we can't disappoint the cats. There we go.
Bonus time!
Probably Phineas and Ferb. Beyond Mickey. Or Hannah Montana. It was Rugrats before SpongeBob. I love how they use the arcade Donkey Kong. I said that about Mario Brothers, but still applies.
One life left.
Just because a show isn't criticized, or it's criticized a lot, doesn't mean it's good. Teen Titans Go, because it's still going, that doesn't make it a good show.
Bam! Awesome!
If you don't want to use a stylus, you can still just use your finger to play the game. That's what I'm doing now.
Bam!
Although the stylus is going to be more precise. Oops!
A crushing defeat! That was epic! Do we have to?
When are people going to see Breadwinners as an underrated masterpiece? People are saying that about Fanboy and Chum Chum. So we're going to go to the arcade, and we're going to wrap up with Manhole and Pororo. It is one of the cringiest show. Sure, Fanboy and Chum Chum had funny moments, but that didn't make it good. What I did is I have the actual game cards, so for the digital one I just backed up my save. I would say Sparky added more to the Fairly Odd Parents than Poof. Poof was just a character to cause problems, and that was it. On Johnny Jest, I'm assuming you're talking about Johnny Test. Decent, cheaply animated, sure, but at the same time, not atrocious. Oh, anyone's better than Chloe. I haven't seen the Knuckles show yet, but I did find out that he ate gefilte fish. Fox Blocks, how's it going? We're wrapping up the stream soon. How does Fanboy and Chum Chum compare to Planet Sheen? Well, since Fanboy and Chum Chum's its own thing and has some good moments, it's better than that. We're gonna go to Pororo next. Bling Bling Boy's hilarious. What should we play to end off the stream? Pororo or Super Pororo? I'd say the animation of Planet Sheen's the only good thing it has going for it. Thank you, Fox Blocks. Different from Jimmy Neutron? See, the problem with Planet Sheen is when you have the comedic relief as the main character, it never works. Ever. Can anyone name a single time where having the comedic relief as the main star has ever worked? Yeah, that's why there's Doppy, which is just Carl but an alien. We're finna be doing Super Pororo. It's pretty much... Oh. Well, you use the top screen for this one. So let's see what's so super about it. Probably switching between two screens? Hey Pororo, what's coming for Nintendo's 2024? Nothing. What's that? Should I start making a video about magnetic Joy-Cons? Now, in order to read the chat here, I'm probably going to have to glance over and pause the game. Alright, let's see. Anti-Sparky was a cool villain. You wish Timmy could have befriended him? I think Pororo could have a really cool spin-off game. Probably would have to be like a smaller $30 game. Could still get a physical release, though. And it better be best-selling game on Switch, like hotcakes! See if Pororo sold well, that's actually something worth selling well. Because as you all know, good sales do not equate good quality. I think Super Pororo is just harder. There were 2 Pororo games. I remember one of them. You played as a yellow Pororo that spit out seeds. Does anyone remember if that's in WarioWare Gold too? Because I know it's on DSiWare. Alright, let's see. Okay, I'm getting off. Have a good night, guys. Alright, Ethan, see you around. Maybe Timon and Pumbaa. Hey, there's always an exception, but I'm honestly surprised. But, those are 2 characters. Having 1 comedic relief, though, seems like that's when there's a problem. Like in Cars 2, having Maynard be the star. Patrick's star show is just a migraine in general. It's horrible. I think a better Jimmy Neutron spin-off than Planet Sheen would just be The Misadventures of Sam, the guy who owns a candy bar. You've been re-eating the same ice cream for hours. It's disgusting. Get out of here. Carl, you said you're allergic to the sprinkles. It's disgusting. Sam, I'm not allergic to the sprinkles. I just said that I have allergies. Yeah, with allergies like that, get out of here. Yeah. Wow, this is weirder than I thought for a game over screen. Seems we're straight out of Russia with this one. No, Pororo's like... He's not really a rival. He's more of his own character. It's kind of hard. I'm not sure whether he's a protagonist or antagonist. He just seems like a friend of the WarioWare series that's not part of the WarioWare crew. Yeah, that's what I was referring to, J to the P Moreno. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the test stream for the Nintendo 3DS. I think I'm going to revert back to the traditional layout. Might have time for one more DS game. But yeah, I'm going to go back to the traditional layout. Because that's the one I'm usually going to be using, unless it's for something that focuses on the bottom screen like Tomodachi Life. Let me just shrink that. There we go. And we can make the chat larger. I've been playing DS games on my phone. Oh, now you have if you have an iPhone, you can emulate now. I wonder if I have anything from Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World saved. Because this is not my main 3DS. It is now. No, there's nothing here. Yeah, I might as well do one more level. I would charge that phone. There's a way to skip the intro. I don't think there is, but hey, you'll get to see what happens. No, Poochie's not annoying. Poochie's adorable. He should be in the next Mario Kart, though. I know he's in tour. Now that's what I call a certified good feel production. T&D loves dogs too. Billy dogs. Yeah, Poochie's a Mario Kart tour. Toodles. It's Mario and Luigi Yoshi. I don't even know what the Mario canon is anymore. Yeah, Amiibos are great in this game. Oh yeah, they're the Poochie Pups. Was this the first game that they ever appeared in? Because this is Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World. Yeah, this is one of the games that's enhanced on the new 3DS. I don't need mellow mode. Let's see if I'm able to actually make my own Yoshi. I think you unlock that later. Because in this one, you can actually make custom Yoshis. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, Rampin'. But I think we need to oh, no, we don't need to unlock that. We can do that right now. So let's make a Damich Yoshi. We're gonna use professional mode. Because we are very professional here. You can only stick to like a certain color palette, so you guys are gonna see what it's like actually making a Damich Yoshi. I'd say this... You need to create the color palette. They give you a ton of options. What purple should we go for? I'm thinking that this looks Damich, this one's too light. This one's lean purple. This one's Damich purple. Use a dark red, just in case. Or actually, we're going to need the lighter red for the tie anyway. You can also... Actually, they did make an official Waluigi Yoshi. You can scan in the Waluigi amiibo. I might as well do that, but I need to get my Waluigi amiibo. One step at a time. I'm in full Paper Mario obsession mode. This remake looks incredible. I agree. So let's see. We're gonna do... For the scales, since there are none for Damich, I think maybe just go for white. I think that makes sense. Now it does it for both arms, so for this, we're actually gonna have to draw and see what works. And then go for the white for the gloves. I still need to play through the first Paper Mario game, though I'm debating whether to play it on official hardware or the Switch, because I'd play the Switch one because I play the Switch more, but at the same time, it's just like I don't like the ugly microwave borders. I think for another stream, since we're wrapping this one up, we'll definitely make some custom Yoshis. We're just making a custom Damich Yoshi now. Official hardware is always usually the way to go. Just trim down some of the pixels. Give him the tie. Maybe add a few more. There we go. It's pretty solid. Okay, that's better. The Mr. Beastification of Dimitri. Definitely planning on making Dimitri amiibos, not sure about plushies yet. If I can find a way to make them, I'll absolutely do it. Like a reliable place to make Dimitri plushies, because I have a Bamboo Labs 3D printer to make amiibos, no problem. There we go. Now for the tail, let's see how I'm supposed to go about that. Oh, just like this. The gator, yes. The pet human, no. Trying to figure out what to do. I think... if that doesn't work. Let's see if I'm able to actually add, like, the scales here. Nope, I'm not, so we're gonna keep it as is. Yeah, we're gonna listen to Rampant and go with red. I did forget that I'm still a Yoshi. Or actually, maybe purple because of lean. Whoa, it's Barney! You can actually make a Barney Yoshi. You're looking pretty good so far. This should be green. Actually, let's try and see. That's a shell. I don't think that looks good green. For the spines. Actually, I think the green does look better. Maybe the shell. See how the purple looks. Actually, that looks pretty good. Maybe black spines. No. I think green looks good. But for the shell, like... a Babam Koopa shell. I wonder if you can actually give Yoshi, like, a fang. Let's see. Not there. Like I said, a lot of trial and error. Okay, I found where it goes. There we go. Need them for both sides. Yeah, we could add a dark purple line. That's a good idea. Okay, now why didn't that work? That's too low. Just to make it a little more natural. There we go. What do you guys think? Or actually, I got an idea now. For the shell, let's make that the darker purple. And then maybe add some scales where the feet are. There we go. How does that Dimitri Yoshi look? Pretty cool. I'm Billy Mays, back from the dead. What amazing product do you have for us? There we go. And we'll do one level with the Dimitri Yoshi. But someone said something about Waluigi Yoshi, so might as well scan that in. What's cool about the new 3DS is you don't need any of the accessories. It just scans in automatically. I have the pink gold Dimitri Amiibo with me, so let's see what that scans in as. Or wait. You have to go to something else to scan them in. Yep, as Bowser. But we'll get the Waluigi amiibo. I also have a prototype custom amiibo. It's a surprise what it is, but it's a famous Super Nintendo character. Oh, it's a Yoshi one. The Pac-Man arcade mini cabinet, now with MAME installed. Billy Mays, you got that wrong. That's supposed to be a Donkey Kong cabinet. But the thing is, it should have a Donkey Kong Jr. board installed. Alright, now we'll get the Waluigi amiibo and scan that in. I had to go to my amiibo display to get it, but this is for you, J to the P Moreno. I wish Crafted World had all these fun designs. The big city slider, I remember that. I think you could also make custom Poochies too. You know, I wouldn't ever expect this game to be one that's worth streaming, like, frequently, but you know what? That might change. With all the customization and stuff, it'd be fun. Kinda like how Failboat makes Mii's. Could make Yoshi's. Yeah, this one, I think the Super Mario Amiibos are released in 2016 with Mario Party Star Rush. Works with this game. The only con with the capture card is that the 3DS gets a little bit hot, but I would expect it to because it's getting footage. Other than that, pure perfection. I will say, it's nice to be able to play this portably, but this would have been way better on the Switch. Yet again, it was, like, released in 2017, shortly after the Switch. I believed it released in March, which was really shortly after the Switch. It's not like releasing a 3DS game in 2019. I couldn't imagine that. That sounds like a terrible idea. Oh, look, sequins. We can use those for milkshakes. Bow tie French fries. Sequenced milkshakes. Very relaxing soundtrack. Are you guys seeing the improved frame rate in the stream? Because it's 60 frames per second. Though in the OBS preview, it's showing at only 30. I was working on the Showtime review. I'm trying to get it by Sunday, or at the very latest next week. It's just been kind of hard determining what content to make, considering there's like barely any Nintendo news. So I think that 3DS content might be the way to go going forward. Pretty patties were a good idea too. J to the P Moreno, if you're ever interested in getting a new Nintendo 3DS, if you get one from Japan, they're less expensive and you can mod it to change the region. I think they would be SpongeBob, so yes, they'd be insane. It's interesting how Yoshi's Woolly World is one of the best Yoshi games, yet Crafted World's so divisive. Like how Nintendo did with games in 2022. Have you guys seen the new video about Nintendo Switch Sports? I don't know what the channel's name is, but I've seen it appear in my feed, and I was watching it. It's good to see that I'm not the only one who feels that way. It doesn't sting as much nearly 2 years later, but at the same time, I still can't believe that it happened. Yeah, there's really not too much of a difference. I would say it's only worth getting a new Nintendo 3DS if you're, like, really wanting the ultimate 3DS experience. Like, if you're gonna play it a lot, and not just casually, you're better off getting a new 3DS, but if you already have a regular 3DS, you don't play it that often. Games that released from 2011 to 2014, for the most part, other than Smash, aren't gonna have the new 3DS improvements anyway. It is a funny thumbnail, I'll give it that. How am I supposed to move this? I think it just moves on its own. Or, I have to do that. Yeah, it's that. I don't know how they screwed up the Crafted World music that much, but from what I heard, the Woolly World soundtrack composer was liking and retweeting comments about the Crafted World soundtrack. I can totally see why. Let's see what's here. Just what I needed! I think it's funny how the yarn's pretty much like spaghetti. A lot of the hidden question clouds. You know a good feel? It's very hard to predict what they're gonna do next. I never would have expected a new Peach game. But lo and behold, here we are. Now let's see, to get that final flower, I think you have to get all health, or you have to get lucky. I'm guessing you get lucky. Ah yes, you buy a game to skip playing it. But yeah, I think this about wraps things up, guys. Hope you liked the 3DS capture card footage. And yeah, have a great weekend, and as always, keep calm and da-da on.